Okay, and just join.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And then you said mute the laptop.
Yep.
Okay. Do I request on here or no? We're good.
I'm gonna request you on here right now.
Oh, okay.
Hi. So now just you got the headphones in, so we should be good.
Yeah.
Should be all good to go. So hi everyone. We are now live everywhere. This is Maurice. If you want to just tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I'm Maurice, or better known as SauceFromVeli, and I'm a music blogger and journalist. Also a curator, have my own playlists, and I push music that people should be hearing rather than what's popular.
Right. And that's the real work, honestly. Yeah, that's not something that many
And
people do.
yeah, I know, man. Right before this, I was laying down. I had got writer's block. I was writing 3 articles. I tried to get them up, but it wasn't flowing.
Right. Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're just gonna jump right into some questions that I curated. And if anybody watching has any questions, just feel free to throw them in the comments. Awesome. So the first one is, what made you want to work in the music industry?
Ooh, well, I love the atmosphere. I love the songs. I like to dance and all that. I've been listening to music. I was in the womb, but what really inspired to work. My uncle, he used to be like an A&R, Epic, and he used to like write songs and stuff. So he, kind of put the bug in my ear was, you good at this, you good at that. And then I used to promote music on Twitter for fun. And people told me I could make money. And then a year later, I had 500,000 followers, and I was just promoting music, and it became a thing. So
Right. That's awesome. I'm the same way. I just from birth have always loved music, so it's always been something I've wanted to work in as well.
yes, I love the we connect. It's universal. You feel me? Besides love, music is up there. So
Yeah, absolutely universal. Awesome. So when did you start kind of curating that playlist that you have now?
I would say last year. Yeah, last year. Last year. Yeah, last year. Yep.
Awesome. How did you go about, kind of growing it and getting it to the following that it has?
Well, like I don't know, but the thing with me and like platforms, I know how to build. So it's like it don't take me long to learn the algorithm a little bit and the infrastructure and try to add my own little sauce or whatever. And sometimes I do a lot of SEO marketing too and for search engines and stuff. But I always I only been on Instagram a year and a half. I don't run no ads or nothing, and I only have like 17,000 followers. I don't really, pay for anything. I just like to show people that what I do is real, and people rock with me. So that's how I be trying to build. As long as you rock with me, I'm definitely, you know.
Yeah, you're just real, which is probably the most genuine way to grow. And nowadays, people don't really do that. So definitely, when
How
they
do you do
find a
now?
gem who's super real, it inspires them and it makes them want to follow.
Yeah,
So,
yes.
you're a little out of the frame on Facebook. If you could just scoot back a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. You're good. When did you start to see significant growth? Like how long ish did it take?
It depends what you want to say for like promoting music or blogging.
More for specifically for your playlist.
Oh, what was the question you said?
When how long did it take before you
Oh,
started to see significant growth?
oh, well, it I would say not a few months, but like a month probably, because like I have a lot of ties to certain rappers, and I add I have a thing with artists. Like, there's a lot of artists, how I curate music and how I pick the music. It's some artists that will share and show love, and I try to go off that. The artist that's going to show love, and
Right.
yeah, he got 100,000 followers, but he not Hollywood because he's not Hollywood.
Right.
It's I don't had a lot of people rock with me, turn Hollywood, don't rock with me. People that's this is a whole bunch. So, but I didn't try to build my playlist. It only took a month really for everything really to start booming. Everybody shares it. People tag me, listening to it and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's another really good point that we at Cyber PR talk about all the time. You want to yes, use big names if you like that song and you want to add it, but focus on some smaller artists that are more likely to share
Yeah.
it with their communities, and then it goes
Yes.
from there.
Yes.
It's the
Yes.
key.
That's a big key because people is like, even now when I promote music and like I have a thing where I like to take my time. I don't like to be rushed, and people rush me and stuff. And sometimes I don't like, I have to remind people like I'm providing all the traffic and all this. So you're benefiting more than me, because no offense. I mean, now, I guess as I've been covering a few artists for a year or so, now artists is bringing me exposure, certain artists, but a lot of artists don't bring me that exposure because you're not really, people don't know you. So
Right. And they're also totally focused on, their own thing, so they're not really thinking about showing love to someone else. That
exactly.
happens a lot also. Awesome. Did you use any money on ads to promote your playlist?
No,
Not
none
at all.
whatsoever.
That's
I
impressive.
need to. I try to pride myself like on a lot of growth, and I don't spend money because I feel like you have to spend money on it. I mean, I understand that you have to grow and all that, but organically, you can do a lot. And I mean, you can do a whole lot. You can do a whole lot without ads. People think they need ads. I mean, I figure I know a little bit about ads, and that's why I try to stay in my lane. If I really need ads, then I'll try to put something together. But
Right.
if I know I can do it without ads, I don't need it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also super important to not spend money on ads until you know who you want to target to. Just blindly throwing one out there is not going to be successful.
Oh man, you don't know how many blindly thrown ads I see all day, every day.
Yep.
Instagram, just
I get things that have the opposite to do with me, like things that I would never click on in my life. It's wild.
exactly. I'm like, wow, like people really just wasting money on ads. I had an artist waste money on ads, and I'm telling him, people forget on social media, being, you got to be acting all that, be interactive and engage. People forget that. Well, these artists or rappers, they think everybody just supposed to like their stuff, and you can't just do that. You got to actually engage, share other people's stuff, get on.
Absolutely.
You think you just gonna run ads and your followers is gonna go up. I don't know what playbook that was in, but it's people that really have that type of model.
Yeah, I agree completely. Engagement is more important than anything other than good content. Engagement is the second most important layer of running social media accounts.
Yes.
100%. Is there a skeleton template that you would suggest artists to follow when they're creating their own playlists? Kind of like a guideline.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it depends. If you're looking for a playlist, I mean, if you want your playlist to be very popular, you just add the top artists and stuff like that. Or if you try to, because think about my playlist, like I said, it goes against the algorithm a little bit because I don't really put mainstream artists. I mean, I have like a few, but I don't really put mainstream music in there. So it's not going to be. searched a lot unless I tell people to go do and stuff, or other
Mhm.
playlists that got popular artists, they pop up and it's shown more got popular artists in there. So I mean, if you want to go the popular route, find a popular artist and do all that. But if you're really trying to build a playlist around you, what music you listen to that say how you feel, and go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think that changing changing gear a little? Do you think that a mood-based playlist could grow significant listeners?
Like mood based music.
Like mood-based themed playlists, so like ski trip or sleeping or crying in your car or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's a definite because I was trying to see how I would do something like that because like I listen to my playlist every day, but some songs I actually had like a little, another little playlist, and that's for when I work out or when I play ball and stuff. So yeah, I could definitely see it growing. That's definitely a
Yeah,
big
I've
thing.
seen a lot of that working for musicians themselves, making their own little branded and like mood-based playlists with, music on there that they listen to that makes sense, and then throwing their music in there as well and trying to grow that playlist to get more streams. I've seen that
Yeah,
work a bit. But that also goes back into, do you have the following that's going to listen to the playlist because you tell them to, or you're going to have to blindly throw money at ads? So that's a
exactly.
whole nother thing.
Exactly. They don't understand. I don't know people don't understand. Even now, like before this call, like I said, I was trying to lay down, but uh, artist interrupted me talking about he about to run some ads, and which I told him not to do. But I'm only gonna tell you something a few times. At the end of the day, I don't manage nobody, so you do what you want. If you want to put yourself out there, play yourself, you play yourself. But I don't know why everybody think ads is gonna save them.
Right. Especially if they're not like well researched, split tested first, and like actually figure out what's going to work.
Exactly. They don't seem to think.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for artists who are trying to get onto other people's playlists?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I
if
mean, I'm
you
sure you have a bunch.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out the most important. I mean, show some genuine love and support. You'd be surprised. Like, it's some artists that um like I had an artist come at me, whatever, because I told him he had to pay to get in my playlist. Yeah, you gain streams, you're gonna have to pay. Not a lot of artists can get in here to pay. Well, he asked me why I got another artist in it. Well, this artist pretty much shares my playlist with all the time. I don't even tell him to share my
Right.
playlist. And then it's like he called me, he got other artists for the playlist. He's actually being a part of it. If you wanna try to be a part of the playlist, and that can help a whole lot, because you never know what a playlist actually needs, and while you just don't be selfish, make sure it's going to benefit everybody.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. Totally agree with that. If you offer something to the playlister, you have a much better
much better
chance. And
chance.
it doesn't even have to be money. It could be money, or it could be
Yeah, people
like
think
a relationship between you and the playlister where
exactly,
you show them support and love on socials and help them grow as well as yourself.
exactly. Genuine conversation or stuff like a share, and people don't understand like stuff like that. It goes a long way. It's people like sometimes they be wanting free support, but they don't. I've never seen them share, tag anything like how.
Right? Totally agree with you, 100%. What are your thoughts on Submit Hub? Have you ever used Submit Hub or had an artist use it?
I've heard of it and I've heard of an artist using it, but I haven't really. What really is it? Like, how does it work?
Yeah, so it's basically a database of blogs and playlists, and you pay like $1 per credit, and then it's 1 credit depending on. It's usually 1 credit depending on the playlist or the blog that you're sending a pitch to. But it's basically just like an easy way to send a bunch of pitches out.
Oh yeah. See, I have like my own little group because also with these playlists, a lot of playlists having bots and stuff. So I kind of like even when I work music, as far as like on the PR side of media, I have like a little group I'm in on Instagram with me, Karen Civil,
Right.
my homie Brian at Capital. So it's like we all share and come off each other, but I don't we all tag along off each other. So it's like we always got something in the mix or something bubbling, but it's from each other.
Right.
And it's like I try to stay away from. I love working with people because I always understand I have to work with people I don't know. For now, like as I'm growing, I like to work with people I know. So I playlist. I know the curators. I can call them on the phone. Even with the bloggers and the writers, I could call people, get people on FaceTime. I don't want to somebody I'm gonna have to find.
Right. A real relationship, a real connection
Yeah,
definitely goes a long way. Because then
exactly.
you're
People seem to
secured to
forget.
get on the next playlist they put out, or the next single you drop, they're going to cover you again on their blog, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. People seem to forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this is the last question that I had written down. So if anyone else has any questions, please feel free to throw them on in there. If you could leave artists listening or watching, I guess, with one piece of advice to take, what would it be?
Uh, be selfless. Like it's not all about you. And believe it or not, it's kind of like a psychological thing. It's not all about you, but it is. And when you don't make it all about you, that's when it becomes about you. Just like I said with showing love and stuff. Just show love, interact when people post. And you don't have to always be sending them a link. Send somebody something funny or a relationship. Build with somebody, make somebody laugh. This people going to come back and want to know who you are. Show you. Everybody just trying to show one side and they trying to sell like everybody can sell. I don't. People go to school for selling, so selling is very important. So they have to just be selfless. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about that here all the time too, especially where it's like, like be you. Um,
Yes.
Even on socials, like you can't just share the music. You have to share more than that.
Exactly, because I'm like, man, I was telling another artist, you promote music all day. I had to mute you, and it's so crazy. Only reason why I didn't unfollow with him, no offense, is because he is a good artist. He's okay, but it's like, come on, man, you posting 10, 20 times, and you're not really using Instagram how it's supposed to be used, and that's hurting you. And I don't want to see that, and you trying to work me and all that. And you just, saturating my timeline. And it's already enough on my timeline. If
Yeah.
you're going to make it, you want to be on my timeline, make it interesting. Because people don't know, I unfollow at least almost 1,000 people a week because everybody is almost posting the same stuff. Everybody wants to post the same videos, the same story, or I don't know. It's like be original. You'd be surprised. I posted something I took from Facebook because I don't know. I just knew it wasn't on Instagram. I just posted it on Instagram, and next thing I had like 20,000 shares in 3 days, and I was like, it was just simple like that, and I wasn't even gonna post it, but I don't know. I just wanted to post it because I know I haven't really seen it on Instagram. People is talking about it, but I haven't seen exactly what I seen on Instagram. It's like just that fast. You never know what you may post and might resonate and go wild.
Yeah. And that's all about shareable content, which is super important.
Yes.
Someone asked, what's the best way to use Instagram?
Yes. Instagram. I would say like a journal kind. You know, like at the end of the day, you want people to know you. So, talk about you or what you going to do, what you experiencing. No offensive. You at the store, you might see a little crazy situation. If it ain't too crazy, go on live and be a little like
Yeah.
be creative. They said we in a creative business. So.
Yeah. Be you and also just share your day. Like it doesn't even have to be something super professionally created. Just share.
Exactly. I don't know. It's creativity runs the game. I've seen people that try to do all that like they have it together with no creativity lose to people that don't really have it, but they have the creativity. They're gonna keep bringing the people because what they post, you're like, oh my god, yeah, I gotta share that. Yeah, I gotta comment. I gotta like it.
Yeah. Another tip that I wanted to say, I just lost it. It was in my brain and now it's gone.
That happened to be a lot.
It was in my brain and now it's gone.
That happened a lot. I tell you.
I'll think of it again. Frances Pennington on Facebook asked what got you into making playlists on Spotify.
Uh well, kind of got me into blogging. There's a lot of playlists out here, and I couldn't just get artists on playlists at first, and I figure like my blog, why join somebody else's stuff and I could just create my own. I got the sauce anyway, so it's like I could just do my own sauce. I ain't gotta really, and then once I join my playlist, once I create my playlist, people gonna want to get on mine, and I'm gonna give them the same energy they showed me, mainstream rappers and all. Like it's, but definitely my blog really got me into it. But yeah, once I realized I had to come with my own playlist a little bit so I could have a little bit to say. So I just said I got to create my own playlist.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. How many followers are you here now?
Well, on Instagram, I got 17,000. Yeah, yeah. It's been a long road. I've been doing this for like 6 years. I had 500,000 followers, but I got banned from Twitter for like 2 years. Whole bunch of nonsense.
What
I got.
happened?
I actually told. It wasn't nothing really like. I I take fault for it. I told a celebrity to kill themselves. I didn't mean it in that sense, but it was. I don't know because they responded to me like, and people seem to forget. I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan of you. Like I'm a fan of the culture. Like you in the culture, yeah, it's okay, but I'm not really a fan of you. And things went a little sideways. But yeah, I learned my lesson because, like I said, that's man, I had 500,000 followers.
It happens. People, you say dumb shit sometimes.
Oh
It happens.
yeah, I have my good share.
Me too. Um, all right. Well, that's all I have right now. Is there anything that you kind of wanted to talk about or touch on that we didn't really talk about yet?
Uh, how do you guys look for music? To, uh,
I mean, sometimes we do, but most of the time the artists are coming to us.
and how does that whole process look like? Do you like? Because I know everybody comes thinking they're going to get money, or thinking there's going to be this, and they don't know it's actually work and yeah, paperwork, but it's work.
Yeah. So that actually happens a lot where they think that we are going to do absolutely everything and they're not going to lift a finger. It just can't. It just can't happen like that. It's not possible. So, there comes a hard conversation where you kind of have to bring them back to reality a little bit that that's just not like I can be your social media manager, but I can't be with you every waking moment to do
Exactly.
I can't be with you to take photos or videos when you live in London and I'm in New Jersey. Like it just
Oh man.
can't happen. So
Exactly.
that's definitely a learning curve for people.
Yeah, that's funny. Actually. That is funny. That happens a lot already.
That being said, like there are things we can do, like make a lyric video or make quote tiles or find memes or other shareable content for them. So there is like a content creation aspect on our side. It's just not as much as, like you need more than that.
Okay, okay. Well, like, so, like, do you guys invest in artists?
What do you mean?
As in, like, for a PR, say, if, because see, me, I'm one of these guys, and I don't know, it pans out for me sometimes. Like, an artist may come, if you see the vision for it, I don't know how you cannot work with it. Like, I've had like 2, 3 artists like that. Like, I wasn't really, but I see the vision and where they trying to go. And it's like I could see it, and if I could see it, I help them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there are times where things where we need someone to protect from that, and I'm working through artists. Yeah, we do
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to. What is the minimum for an artist to have?
we don't really have a minimum. It really depends per artist. Like we have to like hop on a call and get to know them and see where they're at in like their own careers before we can really assess it.
So,
That's why you won't really see like on our website there are some things that we have prices, but for the most part we don't really have fixed prices on there because it differs depending on the artist's needs and budget and what we can give out.
I don't have to have. I might have like 2 or 3 artists that can come that way.
All right.
And it's crazy because they're from Jersey. And
Oh,
like,
awesome.
it's, I've been having like, it's a page on here. Uh, it's a paper here that represents New Jersey or whatever. It's like 2 pages. One is in New Jersey, whatever. And I was just saying how, the artists from, because I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of artists in New Jersey. Me, I'm not really a fan of nobody in my town, really. But as far as Jersey, I'm locked in with some of the artists. So they're trying to put a show together. And it's like people that's not from here, not even from our city, is trying to perform. And it's like, I don't think that could happen because, I mean, first of all, I never even heard of some of these guys. And it's like, I don't know what people
Yeah,
like.
well, that's also a thing to think about when it comes to booking shows and doing tours. Definitely, if you're a small artist, you need to start super, super small, super locally in order to really get some recognition just around where you are before you try to branch out.
Yeah, it's like it's some artists that have it, and some artists that don't. And I don't even want to, and they're here. And also, I know technically, but logically, at the end of the day, it's just, y'all don't care as far as like PR companies and stuff like that. Don't care about who the person actually is, as far as like is he validated? Because I've seen it to where some artists even now, and I've even tried to get artists certain situations where they can't come to certain parts of Jersey or certain parts of New York, or they can't come home. And it's like I don't really like to work with those type of artists because you got to be a different type of guy to, you know, not
Yeah,
be
well,
able
there's,
to.
different artists have different levels of dedication. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I don't, I kind of have like, I have a kind of like a criteria of artists I can work with. I can't really hear nothing bad in your name unless, it got to be right. If it's too bad, I'm not working with it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we absolutely listen to the music before whatever we're gonna work with.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I listen to the music, but I can probably give you about 2 or 3 guys that you'll be, oh, fire, but nothing they say is true. Know them in real life. It just, that's a big thing with me because how I listen to music, how I carry my playlist. I got motivational songs, hustle songs, trap songs, love songs, but it's everything that has to do with me in my life.
Right.
Like I understand not everything is related, but you telling a story and it's hot. Oh, I need it. And I
Right.
can't just have.
Definitely, if you're, sharing a piece of music and it's not something that is super personal to you, like,
Yeah, and I do that. I try to do that like 2, 3 times a week because I know not everybody listens to what I listen to, and I know not all music is bad. It's just not for my ears. So I try to get certain people involved to listen to certain songs for me, and it's like I'm trying to break out of one, but I don't know when they get out of. See, no offense, I feel like much rap and hip hop, much it's serious, but it's not taken as serious. As far as like, you can meet a rapper today, he could be corny, but if he got a plan and his plan is working and moving around him, you might can work with. As far as like a singer or something, no, you have to be fire. And
yeah,
it's like, hey, that's why I feel like sometimes I don't even want to step in that lane because you have to be good when you sing and rock. Because I listen to rock, listen to jazz, listen to it. But you got to be good.
yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Definitely, you need to have the ingredients in order to be successful.
Yes.
Just about, if like you can hire social media as many playlists as you want, your artist is your artist, but like if the music is not there,
Yes. Exactly. And I just scrolling Instagram. I found somebody playing the guitar, and he has one of a great pop song, and it's like, wow, wow. And I don't even listen to pop like that, but I will work with him, and I hit him up about seeing what's up if I could work with him, and I'll help him push that, because
right?
that was a hell of a song.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
We have about 10 minutes left, so questions, please throw them in the
If you have questions or anything, that's the only time I'm giving out free sauce. So
chat.
you on my page.
Not me. We do this. I do this every week.
Oh wow, that's crazy. See, I be wanting to do it every week, but it's like sometimes I don't want to get hit with the same question. And it's like, because let me tell you something, people will not pay attention. Like you'll tell them everything, and it's like, wait. You didn't hear nothing I just said. Did you just act like you try to hear everything I just said? Well, no, I'm not even gonna waste my time with you.
No,
So,
I get that. We try to every week have a topic that we haven't had before, or at and they're also recorded, and like this will be on all social media platforms. So if anybody didn't catch something and wants to rewatch it. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments, so I think we call this off. We done it. Thank you so much for joining me.
no,
This
thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Yes, anytime. I mean, I'm always down to see. I like you. Anytime you ever, I can always come to you.
awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. All right, bye everyone.
Peace out.